City series cigars and Citrus 7s, black cement 3s, 4s, the hairs and bread 11s. No doubt that I'll be wearing some fire at any sighting. With these Doran Becker 5s, you can see me in any lighting. It's exciting, I'll be flexing to the coldest degree.
What's up, everybody? It's Sneakerhead M Checks. I got the 2025 French Blue 12s releasing Saturday, August 16th. So as usual, we're gonna take a close detailed look at the shoe from all angles. I'm gonna put these on and step around them so y'all can see they look on feet. I also have the previous French Blue 12s retro from 2016, so I'm gonna discuss all the differences between the two. And then after that, I'm gonna share my opinion on these, and then I'm gonna talk about release predictions, reselling predictions, and all that stuff. So let's get right to it.
Tumbled leather all over the upper, looks really good. And as y'all know, that is going to vary pair to pair, shoe to shoe, but it's like perfect here. Same thing on the outer side, especially on this left shoe. Look at how nice this tumble is. This shit is literally perfect. Not quite as good on the other shoe, but you can see over here it's valid. But this one, crazy. Now the blue on these is a little bit more navy than the 2016 pair was. If you look at these over here, you can see it's just a little bit more like blue, or brighter, I guess I should say. Whereas, like I said, these are a little bit more navy, but it's not a big difference, but more noticeable when they're right next to each other like this. Eyelets are a little bit more dull on these. Without even zooming in on the 2016 pair, you can see from right here that they shine more. I'll show a closer comparison later in the video. But you can see the leather over here isn't quite as nice on this inner side as it was on the outer. And that's really on this shoe, because if you look at this one over here, it's got that nice consistency. So, like I said before, y'all know how that varies pair to pair, shoe to shoe. But for the most part, at least this pair, you know, is pretty good, with the exception of even this inner side is not bad. The tumble's just a little bit lighter there than it is everywhere else, but nothing to make a big deal over. Here's the back. Quality inspired by the greatest player ever. Now I noticed up here on the heel tab that the placement of the logo was really low. Like if you look at the 2016 pair, you see how the square is a little bit bigger and more centered. But over here, they put it mad low as if they was gonna do something with this extra space up here. I really don't know, you know, why they did that, but fortunately it's not a major change that's, you know, really too bothersome. So I could get with it, or I could ignore it, I guess I should say. All white interior, and insole's a French blue with a red Jumpman logo. Here's the outsole. I always liked how the red down here on these popped, especially on the new pair. You know, once that dirt gets up in them, it don't really be the same. I mean, it still looks good, but not like this. But I mean, fuck it, it's the bottom. They come in this OG Jordan 12 style box, even though French Blues aren't a OG colorway. They did the same thing with these that they did the Mellow 12. So this box is the same box that the 2016 pair came in, just with Nike logos on it instead of the Jumpman. And then here in the back, they got this message: engineered and built to the exact specifications of championship athletes from around the world. And here on the inside, they got brown paper and a little piece of white paper down there. And here's the box label: Air Jordan 12 Retro in white and French blue. Here's a quick all around view of the shoe. Alright, now see they look on feet.
If you want some real good, I'm the one to make some plans with. She ride me like a passenger, I bust it like the transit. Got it all wet in the middle, it's like a sandwich. I'm folding her all kind of different ways, my little pamphlet. We get it in even when we outside. If the traffic's light, then she gon' give me neck while I drive. So if you see me out and pull up right next to my ride, you might catch her going down like a net on the slide. That's a real good passenger, hand between them.
So after looking at them close, the only differences between the 2025 French Blue 12s and the 2016 French Blue 12s is the different shades of blue, the smaller size and lower placement of this Jumpman logo back here on the heel tabs, and the eyelets being a little less shiny on the newer pair. And that's it. Leather quality on these might be a little bit better, or it could just be the pair that I got specifically. But yeah, no major differences other than the shade of blue, which is actually a good change if you ask me. I always found the blue on the 2016 pair really hard to match. You wouldn't think that, because if you look at them, it's just blue. Should match a whole lot. lot, but no. I had to do a white tee and jeans with these so many times, which is fine, there's nothing wrong with that, but that was pretty much my go-to outfit for these because this blue was such a pain in the ass to try to match. Like, no matter what I tried to wear with these, they just always seem to always be like a shade or two off of everything. It's the weirdest shit ever because they look like they would match a whole lot of stuff. Like, anyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about from experience is probably like, what the fuck is he talking about? Like, it's a blue and white shoe. You can wear this with a whole bunch of different shit. Get a pair of these if you don't got them, and go and try to find a shirt that matches these perfectly. It's way more difficult than you would think. And I know everybody has different standards when it comes to matching. Mine are really high. I like my colors to match perfectly. So these were pretty frustrating in that regard. So I'm glad that these are a little bit darker than these. Because the way I see it is, if I felt like these were like a shade or two off for matching a lot of stuff, and these happen to be about a shade or two darker than these, then a lot of the stuff that these were a shade or two off from should hopefully match these. And like I said before, I know everybody has different matching standards. Not everybody cares to match or to match to that degree, but for those of us that do, these will be more convenient than the last retro. This is definitely a cop for me. I always like the French blue 12s. Colorway's fire, but it's really a nostalgia thing for me. My first pair of 12s ever was the French blues, the 2004 release. And I just have a lot of great memories in those. I did end up selling that pair that I had when I outgrew them, but I always like to keep a fresh pair of French blue 12s on deck just because they remind me of back then. I mean, not just because they remind me of back then. I still like the shoe, but the nostalgia always makes me want them more. I was actually looking for a 2004 pair of my size now a few months back once I heard these were coming out again. I didn't find any of my size in the condition I wanted for a good price, but if I ever do, I may cop them just because it's the 2004 pair and I can still wear them. But unless and until then, I'm definitely rocking with these, and I'm gonna sell my 2016 pair. Leave me a comment and let me know if you plan on copping these or not, and where you rank this year's pair among the 3 French blue 12s releases. I think for me it's 2004, then 2025, and then 2016. But let me know what your opinion is. If you do plan on getting these, they should be easy to get. I feel like those of us who had one of or both of the previous releases, or somebody who wanted one of or both of the previous releases and didn't end up getting them, are the people who are most excited for these. But I feel like for your average person that doesn't fall into either of those categories, there's a good chance they're not gonna be a must-have. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a nice colorway, and I'm sure there's a good amount of people who are just gonna like them because of that. But another factor that plays a big role in the demand for these is the timing. If they ain't just dropped the blueberry 12s like 8 months ago, I feel like there would have been a little bit more interest in these. Because I remember when the blueberries came out, a lot of people were comparing them to the French blues, like, oh, these look like the French blues, or why didn't we just get the French blues? And they're obviously clearly 2 different shades of blue, but they definitely do still resemble one another in a way. So there's probably a good amount of people who just got the blueberries and aren't going to want these just because the 2 are too similar. So I feel like if they would have waited another year or 2 or more to drop these, then the demand probably would have been a little heavier. Then on top of that, they're releasing the same day and same time as the low top Nigel Sylvester ones. I haven't heard anything about the stock on these, but this would be a good shoe to release like they did the Cool Gray 9s or the Flu Game 12s, where the amount that they put out on release day is limited and they hold the rest of the pairs for little restocks over the next couple of months. I mean, maybe they will do that, I don't know, but I have a feeling that these are just going to be a regular general release. Looking at market now, all sizes are around retail, so you shouldn't have to worry about competing with resellers or anything like that. Like I said, they should be easy to get unless you wear like a size 12.5 or bigger. Some of those sizes may not be as easy, but anything under that should be easy. Those sizes are probably going to end up sitting online and in stores at least for a little bit. We are approaching, or I guess you could say we're in back to school season, so that may help them sell some, but yeah, if they don't give these the Cool Gray 9s, Flu Game 12s treatment, that's how it's gonna go down. So there's really no money to be made reselling these unless, like I said, you get like a 12.5 or bigger to flip. But if this was helpful in any way or taught you anything, I really appreciate if you liked the video. And if you're interested in more reviews like this or any other sneaker related content, please do us both a favor and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Once you're subscribed, make sure you tap that little bell icon where the subscribe button was and select all. That way when I put a new video out, you get notified, you won't miss out on anything. Thank you all for watching. Everybody, please stay safe and healthy out there, and I'll see you next time.